The Office of Personnel Management has a lot of work to do. You just heard Peter say it, to secure the information of millions of government employees. Former director of the National Cybersecurity Center, Rod Beckstrom, with me now. Rod, great to have you with us. Does Archuletta's resignation mean anything? She has to be the fall person, obviously, but going forward, what opportunity is there?
Sure. Well, one thing is, and picking up on the other commentators' comments, we do need more technically savvy leaders in government running our departments and agencies, because technology transition is changing the world of corporations and government. We need people like that. You know, Ms. Archuleta had to take this fall. She was responsible. It happened on her watch. In addition, there were statements last July when the press came out and said that there appeared to have been leaks. The OPM came out with statements and said yes, but not Social Security numbers. Now we learn it's full data on, extensive amounts of data on 22 million people and their relatives. I mean, you're talking about possibly 75 or 100 million records and Social Security numbers. So it's an absolutely massive breach. So it's understandable that she would step down. It
is understandable. And of course, as you highlighted, the number kept going higher and higher. I mean, at first it was 4 million, then 13 million, and then it just went up and up and up. As far as who is responsible and for how long, there are numerous voices out on this, Ron. You know this well. Was it China? Was it not China? What is your final take?
Look, there'll be plenty of investigations into this, and clearly there's attribution that points in that direction. But what I can tell you, Deirdre, is given how open those systems were, and they were not well protected, and they had tremendously valuable data, you have to assume there were other governments that probably got into that database.
In other words, you're pretty much saying it was an open opportunity for anyone with a little bit of technical expertise.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yes, you've got the published audits of the Inspector General stating material deficiencies in the computer security efforts in 2013 and 14. That's available for anyone in the world to read, certainly foreign governments. So, people can point in one direction. I think, the greater concern is databases like this are just too precious for the country. They're extremely important, and there should be very high levels of security wrapped around them.
Rod, last quick question here. What are the chances that more resources, more money will, in fact, be dedicated to protecting these assets?
Well, I think it's likely we'll see Congress coming back with more funds, but that takes time. And one of the problems in the system, Deirdre, is it often takes 2 and 3 years to even order new technology inside the government that the private sector may be buying immediately or in the next month. So there's a lot of procurement problems. There's a lot of systemic issues. And in fact, I think the government's got to shift its overall strategy, move more of these services to the cloud, hosted by professional third-party companies that have got tighter security operations than most of your government departments and agencies do.
All right, more cooperation perhaps between private and governmental organizations. Rod Beckstrom, thank you so much. Former National Cybersecurity Center Director with us there from D.C.